An LA man says these locks could save lives if they're installed in schools. I'm here at one that had them put in today.
And I am in Koreatown at an event called Stories from the Frontline. It's an initiative to end homelessness, and later we'll be talking to a formerly homeless single father who'll be sharing his story with us.
UCLA students are protesting the arrest of fellow classmates on campus. We'll show you why coming up.
Annenberg TV News is next.
Live from USC, you're watching Annenberg TV News.
The LA County Board of Supervisors is working to improve student safety in schools. Good evening, I'm Tommy Brooksbank.
And I'm Hamda Salhu. One community activist gave a passionate statement about the importance of secure locks and bulletproof doors on campuses.
If these individuals are so angry that they want to bring harm to our students, and we have the largest school district in the country, Los Angeles, if we don't say something, if we don't do something, then I would ask that you spread the word, what you heard, that we need deadbolt locks on all classroom doors.
The Board of Supervisors has decided to expand START. That's the School Threat Assessment Response Team. This program will emphasize the importance of reporting suspicious behavior. This includes training for both teachers and students. The program would also screen students who may have problems and would monitor them and lead to some kind of intervention if needed. Some schools are implementing new safety procedures now. Annenberg Media's Cole Sullivan spoke with one entrepreneur who was installing his school locks on doors across LA County.
When the bell rings, Corey Webster goes to work. He's installing a new type of lock on doors at the St. James Catholic School in Torrance.
We needed to be able to close the classroom's doors quicker.
So he invented the lockdown latch.
My product's not going to stop a school shooting, but it's sure going to help secure campus quicker and could possibly save lives.
The idea is simple. If there's an emergency, all a teacher has to do is come, flip the latch, close the door, and it's locked. No need to find the keys to the classroom.
The children will be safe, the staff will be safe, teachers will be safe.
Sister Mary Margaret is the school's principal. She ordered locks for 9 doors.
This is one more thing that we're trying to help them be prepared.
Since the Florida shooting, there have been threats to schools across the LA area. That sparked more interest in Webster's lock.
People are actually paying attention again, and they want to research and find products.
For him, it's not just his business, it's also personal.
Somebody out there that I know was actually shot and killed in a school shooting way too close to home.
And for the teachers who have made their classrooms their homes.
19 years. Wow. In this classroom.
Wow. The lock tells students their school is safe.
They need to be able to come onto our campus and know that it's a safe place and that we have some tools in place that are there to help keep us all safe.
A new tool that's in 21 school districts and counting. For Annenberg Media, I'm Cole Sullivan.
Our thanks to Cole for that report. Parkland High School shooting survivors resume classes tomorrow, but little progress has been made towards gun control on the national front. Our political correspondent Nayanika Kapoor is here with the latest. Nayanika?
Thanks, Tommy. Washington lawmakers can't decide how to proceed on gun safety. Democrats are calling for bans on assault weapons and bump stocks, but conservative politicians want to focus on enforcing existing laws, not creating new ones.
In this particular case, there were a lot of breakdowns, from local law enforcement to the FBI getting tips that they didn't follow up on to, school resource officers who are trained to protect kids in these schools and who didn't do that. We shouldn't be banning guns for law-abiding citizens. We should be focusing on making sure that citizens who should not get guns in the first place don't get those guns.
Democratic senators feel these measures don't solve the problem. A Parkland area congressman introduced a bill yesterday to ban assault weapons. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is demanding Congress take action.
We hope, for the sake of millions of the kids who attend school every day, that our Republican colleagues will buck the NRA and do the right thing. You can't solve this problem and please the NRA.
The Florida State Senate just approved a bill that would allow some teachers to have guns in classrooms. President Trump supports that idea. The White House is expected to present national policy proposals by the end of the week. Back to you.
Thanks, Nyanika. 2 members of the Revolution Club of UCLA say they should not have been arrested yesterday, protesting a speech by Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin.
When our voices were heard, we were dragged out and we were not allowed to speak. We were locked in a room.
As part of the arrest that happened yesterday, there was a ban. We were banned from campus. I am a student at UCLA, so that just on that level, it's ridiculous.
Mnuchin spoke to a rowdy crowd and defended the administration's policies, saying that they were designed to create sustained economic growth.
A new ban on plastic utensils is making one Los Angeles community more environmentally friendly. But if you ask residents and business owners, they're already using a lot less plastic. Using plastic forks, knives, and straws will soon be illegal in Malibu, thanks to a city ordinance passed last night.
We felt that this was the important next step to really take care of our ocean. We're a rural environmental community.
The city council hopes the ban will reduce big trash heaps like this one. As you can see, it's filled with plastic straws and other utensils. Beachgoers, residents, and business owners all contribute to the plastic that ends up in Malibu's beaches. Felipe Toledo brings his family to surf in Malibu regularly. He's happy about the ban if it means cleaner beaches.
It's good so you can get on the beach, like play with your daughter, with your friend, or even your dog.
Juan Cansados agrees. He comes to the Malibu Pier every Tuesday to fish with his wife.
People, they are lazy, don't want to walk to throw the trash in and the trash can. We have to keep this area clean because the fishes, they die.
Some store managers say they're worried the new policy will increase their overhead.
Paper straws are probably more expensive, so it's gonna put us out money-wise.
But others say the new policy won't affect their business at all. Stan Williams' gelato shop in the Malibu Country Mart uses over 2,000 spoons a week. He stopped using plastic utensils 8 years ago.
It makes me feel good that that is not going into the trash to be here in 20 years. It just kind of pushes us a little bit closer to being responsible and to thinking about our choices.
A choice that's no longer optional in Malibu. The ban will go into effect June 1st. Malibu will be the first city in California to outlaw plastic utensils. We're now joined here with Faline Chen, who's the Sustainability Advocacy Director on campus. She's also a member of the Environmental Corps. She's currently working on a petition to ban the use of plastic straws in dining halls on campus. The petition received over 600 votes just this morning. Thanks for joining us, Faline.
Thanks for having me.
So how did you come up with this initiative to begin with?
So basically, food waste and just waste in general is a big problem in our country and on our campus for sure. Basically, the dining halls are working on a big project basically to increase dining sustainability, and we think one of these ways is basically to compost the food that students are throwing away. Right now, plastic straws are the only thing that are preventing our dining hall from being totally 100% compostable, and so we are working to get rid of those so we can compost food waste in the dining hall.
Sure. So is this initiative only in the dining halls right now? Is there plans to expand it to campus center, other places besides dining halls?
Right now the focus is on the dining halls because we do want to get that goal of composting post-consumer food starting fall 2018. However, if there is support and if we do see that this is a need that is urgent, we hope to expand to campus. And I think the Malibu example is a good one. I think it would be great to kind of get rid of disposable utensils generally.
Right. So a bunch of people signed that petition this morning. 600. That's insane.
Yeah.
Are there any other ways students can get more involved in the initiative?
Absolutely, yeah. So, signing the petition is definitely one way, and getting plugged into kind of the different environmental groups on campus. The Environmental Corps is a good one, obviously ESA as well, and kind of looking at member orgs there. Food waste, if that's something you're interested in, they can also come to USG and talk to me. I'm very passionate about this topic, so yeah.
Definitely, we appreciate that, and we appreciate you coming on to talk to us today at ATVN. Thank you, Faline. Honda, back to you.
Homelessness continues to be a growing problem here in LA. Annenberg Media's Addie Stafford is live at the Ebell Theater in Mid-Wilshire. where formerly homeless people will share their journeys in overcoming their struggles.
Addie? We are in Koreatown currently at an event called Stories from the Front Lines. It's actually an initiative to end homelessness by providing supportive housing here in Los Angeles. It's a very important event tonight in light of the fact that Eric Garcetti, the mayor of Los Angeles, just yesterday announced his support for a bill that could provide $1.5 billion of the surplus budget in California to ending homelessness by providing that supportive housing. And we're very lucky tonight to have a special guest with us. He is sharing his story tonight, and he is a formerly homeless single father by the name of Sam Randolph. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your story with us tonight.
Not a problem.
So Sam, tell us a little bit about your struggles being homeless, especially with your son who was 3 or 4 at the time. What was the biggest struggle for you at that point in your life?
The biggest struggle with us being homeless was there was no place to go. I checked all the shelters in LA, and I'm thinking it's me and my son, so I'm looking at all the family shelters. I'm like, because it's me and my son, we're a family. But I was turned away because at that time, all the family shelters I went to only accepted women and children and not men and children. And so I started knocking on the men's shelters' doors and found out that they only accepted men and not children, so I couldn't go in and sleep without my son. So therefore, me and my son had to stick it out together. We had to sleep from house to house, from couch to floor. I mean, you name it. Anybody that was willing to share their roof with us, that's where we slept. We slept in abandoned cars. Up until right before we got the call, we were sleeping in a park, and I would stay up at night and watch my son while he slept because there was so much activity at that park, and I just couldn't sleep, So not knowing that over time that would develop into insomnia, but, dealing with that all and thinking there's no hope and, trying to hold on to the faith, while knocking on doors was the toughest part of being homeless.
It does sound like that. And so are you excited for tonight?
I am extremely excited for tonight. I'm a CSH Speak Up advocate, Corporation of Supportive Housing, and my sponsor is here from my mentors from Imagine LA, which makes it a special night because my mentor, life skills mentor, Scott, will be giving his speech not alongside me, but right with me, and that's amazing because both programs actually helped me make the transition from being homeless and back into a working part of society. And to have us both groups here today is amazing. I couldn't say it better than that.
Well, thank you so much, Sam, for sharing your story with us. We really appreciate it. And good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Now, Sam was formerly homeless, and he's back on his feet, but there are 34,000 homeless people still here in Los Angeles, even more than that. So this event tonight is going to be really great to hopefully get the ball rolling to officially end homelessness and get that supportive housing for people like Sam. But in Koreatown, reporting, I'm Addie Stafford for Annenberg Media. Back to you.
We're finally getting some winter weather here in Southern California. A look at how some people are reacting and my forecast coming up.
A Pixar movie is now a national holiday in Los Angeles. We'll take you to the celebration.
And the next time you pull up to a stoplight, don't be surprised if there's no one in the driver's seat in the car next to you.
Recently, our country has witnessed catastrophic devastation. Hurricanes and flooding have upended lives and livelihoods.
Across this great country, Americans have answered the call.
That special calling that compels us when others are down, to step up and do whatever it takes.
America's at our best when, against all odds, we come together and lift each other up.
Please donate to oneamericaappeal.org. America needs you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert.
He took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Since Donald Trump became president, some are questioning whether celebrities make good politicians. Annenberg Media's Jordan Winters shows us how LA is responding to an actress running for Congress.
C-. You may know her as Diane Davenport, but when it comes to politics, Stacey Dash isn't playing clueless. The former actress and Fox News contributor filed her statement of candidacy for United States Congress to represent the 44th districts of California in the heart of Los Angeles. The outspoken conservative commentator hinted on Twitter that she was going to run. However, the district she wants to represent came as a surprise. Now, the 44th district is a huge area. It includes cities between Southgate and North Long Beach, with communities like Watts in the middle. There are questions about whether Dash is a resident of the 44th district. In a tweet, she claimed that she lives here, but she is a registered voter in West Hollywood. Some residents, like Marvella Jones, just care if she follows through with her campaign promises.
So if they're coming from somewhere else and they're bringing a positive change, then of course, yeah, I welcome it. We don't want you to come here and then we vote you in and you don't bring what you promised.
But Dash has been an outspoken conservative since 2012. And Republican candidates are not common for the 44th district. 83% of residents, including Estrella Palacios, voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016.
I wouldn't vote for a Republican ever again because Trump is giving us an example of what he's doing. Like, he's already... There's so many bad stuff that he's been doing.
Dash will be going up against the incumbent, Nanette Barragan, a Democrat. The primary vote is June 5th. For Annenberg Media, I'm Jordan Winters.
Thanks for that report, Jordan. Well, Hamda, it has been cold and cloudy the past couple of days, huh?
It has. It even rained last night. Let's toss it over to our weather anchor, Paula Alonze, for more. Paula.
Thanks, Hamda. So it's been very rainy lately. The Mother Nature gave me a nice car wash last night, but I'm missing the summer weather that we've been having. Today, the high was 52, and it's currently hovering around there. It was scattered showers. For tomorrow, we'll see that things don't really change much. In Big Bear, it will be 18 degrees, and the snow levels have lowered to 2,500 feet elevation, so we're going to see probably more snow tomorrow. And then in Palm Springs, it'll be 66. Over in the Thousand Oaks area, it will be 60, and in the low 60s, high 50s throughout the rest of the day, or throughout that region. And USC area, it'll be 59. So we're going to keep our coats on. It's going to be raining continuously as well. And then for the 5-day forecast, it will continue to have scattered showers through the week. And then by Sunday, things will warm up and finally be sunny again at 61. Famous singer-songwriter Albert Hammond wrote, "It never rains in Southern California." And that's usually the case. But last night and today, Angelenos actually had a reason to dust off those umbrellas.
Oh my gosh, rain in LA, rain Los Angeles.
SoCal residents are so unfamiliar with rain that the hashtag LARain has been trending on Twitter since last night. Users have been posting GIFs and memes to poke fun at people who reacting to the fellow Angelenos' couple inches of rain. But for some reason, no more rain has already had an issue, a pre-evacuation advisory. Just last month, 19 people were killed by mudslides in the area. Back to you, Tommy.
Yeah, I know they're still worried about those mudslides in the next couple of days, too.
Yeah,
hopefully
definitely.
there will be no more natural disasters here in Southern California. Thanks,
Let's
Paula.
hope for that.
From the land of the dead to the city of angels, Miguel, Coco, and Dante now have their own holiday. Annenberg Media's Anissa Claiborne tells us what Coco Day in LA means for the Latin community.
You may not recognize his face, but his voice is one that Coco viewers can't forget. This is the voice of Miguel.
Hola, Miguel. Hola.
Cast, contributors, and the LA community gathered at City Hall to celebrate the new February 27th holiday, Coco Day in LA.
A time where immigrants are maligned every day by the Trump administration, where the threat of deportation and separation of families hovers over every immigrant that lives in this country. It's important for people to really know the true nature of the Mexican immigrant and of the Mexican family.
The film tells the story of a 12-year-old aspiring musician and includes almost an entirely Latino voice cast. Co-director and USC alum says he received feedback from the Latin community while making the movie.
We traveled down to Mexico many times. We recruited a bunch of great Latino consultants to be a part of making the film, and I think all those things added up into a lot of little details that the community has recognized and embraced.
To many here today, Coco was not just a movie. It was an opportunity for the Latino culture to shine.
It means a lot that the culture that I love so much and that I celebrate with my family personally, and speaking Spanish all day and going to Mexico means so much to me that it was portrayed by my favorite company, by Disney.
The box office breaking film won a Golden Globe for Best Animated Motion Picture and is nominated for 2 Oscars. For Annenberg Media, I'm Anissa Claiborne.
All right, well, Paula was just telling us that it is really cold outside. I can't even imagine playing a sport right now.
You know, I couldn't either, Tommy, but I'm pretty sure baseball has a game tonight, right, Jody?
That's right, they do. They're battling the elements and the cold, but, you know, I'm probably going to head out there after this show kind of wraps up. And the USC women's basketball players picked a couple of all-conference honors. And then out on the sand, the #1 women of Troy are prepping for their first pair of home matches. Sports are next.
You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. Why would you do that?
Probably okay isn't okay. Call a cab, a car, or a friend.
Good choice.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
USC freshman wide receiver Joseph Lewis will not be facing felony charges following his February 12th arrest on suspicion of domestic battery. Now his case is being reviewed as a possible misdemeanor through the Los Angeles City Attorney's Office. Following Lewis's arrest, USC released a statement saying that USC takes all reports of domestic abuse seriously and is cooperating fully with the law enforcement investigation. Lewis has been suspended from all football-related activities. Heading on to the basketball report, ESPN's Bracketology has the women of Troy sitting at a number 10 seed. And in the men's side of the March Madness, they have the Trojans at the number 12 seed. But before the big dance can start, some women of Troy were honored by the Pac-12. USC senior forward Kristen Simon has back-to-back selections to the All-Pac-12 team. The captain leads the team in scoring with 17.6 points per game and on the boards with 9 rebounds. Junior guard Aaliyah Mazik grabbed a spot on the honorable mentions list, and she's joined by Mignon Moore on the All-Pac-12 defensive team. The team starts the Pac-12 tournament on Thursday as the number 7 seed against number 10 Washington State. And if they win, they'll take on number 2 Stanford. Now our sports correspondent Angel Vizcarra had a chance to catch up with the number 1 ranked USC beach volleyball team. Angel?
Thanks, Jody. The top-ranked USC women's beach volleyball team is coming off a hot start to its 2018 season. The reigning national champions opened up with 4 victories in Arizona this past weekend, and I had the chance to chat with USC senior volleyballer Therese Cannon about the team's high expectations. overall, how good did it feel to get back on the sand?
Awesome. We've been waiting so long to finally start competing again, and it felt really good to get out there and play as a team and come away with some really good team wins.
All right, and for yourself, a new doubles partner in April Bustamante. You guys got off to a strong start, 4-0 this past week. What's the adjustment been like, and do you feel like the chemistry's there early on?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a pretty easy adjustment. She's really fun to play with. We make sure we talk a lot, and she's awesome, brings a lot of energy, awesome, like really good player. So we've had a lot of fun this weekend.
UCLA and Pepperdine,
yeah.
They'll be here tomorrow. You're actually playing them this weekend too. These early tests, I mean, how crucial is that for the team?
Very crucial. It's the first time we'll see them for the season. It's really nice we get to play them at home. Hopefully we'll get some fans out here, but we're really excited for it. It'd be good to come away with some wins.
The women of Troy will square off with a pair of top 5 ranked opponents tomorrow afternoon at Merle Norman Stadium in UCLA and Pepperdine. The action all kicks off starting at 2:30 p.m. Back to you, Jody.
Thanks, Angel. And now sliding over to the Diamond, the USC baseball team looks to pick up their 7th straight non-conference win tonight against the LMU Lions. Head coach Dan Hubbs hopes that his team can improve upon their successful weekend against Villanova. Right now, it's the top of the 2nd inning, and the score is 1-0 after Dylan Paulson for the Trojans brought in Brandon Perez for that 1-0 lead that USC has. Now, if the Trojans can continue and carry this lead against LMU, that'll put them in a good spot as they head out to SEC country to take on number 4 Arkansas. I know I'm going to head out to the field. It'll be cold, but I think it should be good.
I'm not going to follow you there. It's too cold, Jody. Thank you.
But have a good time.
Well, a new regulation for self-driving cars will be coming to California.
We'll tell you more about the car of the future.
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Fully driverless cars will begin testing on California roads by April. California's Department of Motor Vehicles approved the operation of cars without anyone in the driver's seat.
Really, we've been working on this next set of regulations for a very long time. We've held a number of public workshops and hearings and really had to get the input from the manufacturers as this technology was changing over time. So really that's where we are today, where we said, okay, well, here's this next step. We take the driver out, but there is still a remote operator that is overseeing what's happening in that vehicle. So in case they need to take over, if the vehicle gets in some kind of incident and can't move from the road, the remote operator can help move that vehicle to the side of the road.
The new rules go into effect April 2nd. Thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Tommy Brooksbank.
And I'm Hamda Salhout. You can catch us on the web at uscannenbergmedia.com. Good night.